Hey, this is Mark Davis with Big Water Adventures. I want to talk to you for a moment about Wiley X and their new Captivate lenses. Frames aside, which everybody's got their favorite frames, and even lenses aside, everybody's got their tints that they like. The Captivates, I spent a year with them now, using them everywhere in every type of situation, every environment, and I'm firmly a believer. And there were a couple of things that occurred to me that I wanted to share with you. First and foremost, everybody's got their favorite tints and lenses, but let me show you a couple things to think about. When you're talking about cloudy versus sunny, we hear that all the time. You know, I like an amber lens when it's cloudy. I like a green lens or a smoke lens when the sun's nice and bright. Something that occurred to me this year is there's so many other things that go into it. When you're trying to spot fish, especially, or you're trying to spot bait flipping, or you're trying to spot, you know, structure in the water, no matter what you're doing, it's all about contrast. It's about filtering out the stuff that is not what you're looking for and keying in on the stuff that you are looking for. A lot of that is about color, and that's where the tint comes into play. If you got a bright situation or a situation where you need to worry about the climate control with the inserts, that's a whole nother discussion. But here was the thing that really occurred to me when I started comparing lenses, because Wiley X wanted feedback. They wanted direct feedback. And without just saying, oh, I like the smoke lens and the green lens when it's sunny, and I like the amber lens when it's cloudy, and the gray lens for this, and you know. The biggest thing that I noticed is paying attention to the contrast in the water. And what I mean by that is real simple. We all talk about color changes. You got muddy water, you've got color changes going offshore where you go from the inshore water to the green water to the light blue water, cobalt water, blue water. You've got brackish water down in Florida, tannic colored water. That to me became more obvious when I started actually taking these different lenses and different pairs of sunglasses and saying, okay, I'm looking for a cobia in the green water and I want to filter out the greens and pop the browns. Or if the cobia is in the blue water, I'm wanting to filter out the blues and look for the browns. Or if I'm looking for a billfish and I've got that billfish clean water and I'm looking for the contrasts, that's when I really started noticing that my favorites started becoming more about what kind of water I was looking at than what kind of light conditions that I had. The contrasts in color made more of a difference than the contrasts in light to me. So from now on, when I'm looking, these Captivate lenses, they bring things up. I joked about it when I first got them. The first pair I actually wore, I was mowing my yard, and I didn't realize that I had on the lens that would accentuate greens. And I thought my yard, all these years, my yard had never looked better until I took my Captivate lenses off and realized that it was because I was accentuating greens with the lenses that I was wearing. But when you start thinking about what are you really trying to do when you're wearing sunglasses, obviously comfort, I mean fit, having them fit your face where you can turn, wind doesn't blow them off if you turn this way, having the inserts if you have dry eye issues or you really want to block out all light penetration. But when it really comes down to it, you're also looking for the contrasts. You're looking to filter out the colors and the brightness and the glare that is keeping you from seeing what you want to see. We all want to look through that polarization, go through the glare and see the fish. But the color contrasts, if you think about what colors am I actually trying to bring out, am I looking for the blue of a billfish? Am I looking for the brown of a cobia? Am I looking for a redfish? Am I looking for a dark mass in dingy water? Am I looking for a light color over a dark bottom? When you start thinking about that, the lens choices become as much about what am I trying to see as about how much light I'm looking through when I'm looking for the tint. So the one thing I'd tell you about Captivate, I'm an absolute fan. It makes colors pop. Everything's much more vivid, but it also took me to another level in my thought process of filtering out colors and contrasts to get a better shot at what I'm trying to find.